In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 major decisions that typically someone would undertake using the online dating app Bumble. My name is Alexander Jameson and I'm a frustrated Bumble user. However, the good news is I'm learning. This little tongue-in-cheek video is going to look at the major decisions I typically or always take every time I go back onto Bumble. So my first decision I always make is I give everyone a good chance. If you have a nice smile, then I swipe right. If you have a frown, I swipe left. I keep swiping until I get that message from Bumble. You have reached your daily limit. I can no longer swipe on anyone else. Now, instead of being patient and waiting 23.5 hours to start swiping again, I decide to pay for Bumble Boost, and that allows me to have unlimited swiping in one day. So I keep swiping and swiping until I run out of people in my area. However, I look into the top left-hand corner of my screen. I see that Bumble is telling me, Alexander, 2 people still like you, and you haven't met those people yet. I'm curious, what's going on here? Now, common sense would tell me that these people are most likely to live in a different city, or they're going to be a lot younger than I want to find. However, I'm still curious, and I spend even more money on Bumble Premium, which is $20, $30 for a week or a month. However, I pay the money, I find out these people, who they are, what they look like, and lo and behold, yes, they're living in a different city. So Bumble Premium is a complete waste of money. Now, once I've done all my swiping, Bumble will tell me who I've matched up with. And then I start those conversations with those people. But after a few days, some of these conversations dwindle away and I'm left with hardly anyone to talk to. That leads me to my 4th decision, and which I call the desperation move, where I decide, okay, I'm going to widen the net. I'm going to look at people a lot younger. I'm going to look at people outside of my city. Now, obviously this gives me more people to swipe at, but ultimately, from experience, I really end up with lots of matches. Occasionally, I might match up with a much younger lady who's looking for a sugar daddy. That's not what I'm looking for. Very quickly, I make my 5th decision, which is reverting back to my original settings between 45 and 55 within 30 or 40 kilometers. I hate driving a long distance for a date. However, even though that makes a lot of common sense, I've already swiped on the whole of Canada by that time and I've run out of options. Now Bumble will every day give me a couple of new people to look at, but ultimately I'm reaching the end of the line. I'm losing patience with Bumble. And then I make that final decision to delete my account. So those are the typical 6 decisions that I would undertake. I've learnt my lesson. I don't no longer use Bumble Premium, so it's 5 major decisions. And shortly after making my last decision, I get that feeling of loneliness and I want to connect. So I start it all over again, back on the hamster wheel and making that first decision again. Maybe you can relate to this. It's a frustrating app, but there's definitely ways to have success. And please check out my other Bumble video about having success on Bumble. Thank you for listening and good luck on your dating